I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. What's up YouTube, it's Monkey DN, back at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 best Paramecia Devil Fruits ranked in One Piece 2020. Keep in mind, this list is my opinion, so if you have a different opinion, please leave in the comments down below. Anyway, let's get started with the list. Coming at number 10, we got the Venom fruit. As you guys all know, this devil fruit was eaten by Magellan from Impel Down. It grants the user the ability to produce and control different types of poison. For example, he's able to create a Hydra, which is a 3-headed dragon that can move around, and he can also spit poison, and he could breathe out a large amount of poisonous breath, which weakens and slows down people. And he also has an awakening. I mean, to be honest, we're not sure if it's an awakening, if it's a confirmed awakening, but it's where he's able to turn his poison into a crimson colored devil that destroys everything it touches. Now keep in mind, the Venom fruit is a Paramecia. Many people get it confused with a Logia because of how the substance works. It's kind of similar to a Logia, but his body is tangible and he's able to get hit by Luffy as shown in the battle between them. And this devil fruit is just a very highly potent devil fruit, as anything it touches basically gets obliterated, or as you can tell, Luffy almost died. If it wasn't for the help of Deviantart, he would have died, as well as Blackbeard and his whole entire crew. If they didn't have the antidote from Shiryu, they would have died as well. The Venom fruit is highly underrated, and this devil fruit makes a spot at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we got the infamous, the best, the Mochi Fruit. And this allows the user to create and control and transform into mochi, and it was obviously eaten by yours truly, Charlotte Katakuri. This devil fruit is similar to the Gomu no Mi. It's that it can extend his limbs and stretch his body, and he is able to control mochi. That's basically his devil fruit, except that it's more than what meets face value. His awakened devil fruit turns the ground into mochi. He's able to suffocate people, and this devil fruit is just, the way he manipulates his devil fruit makes it seem like it's a Logia devil fruit as well. However, it's just Katakuri and his observation hockey, so he's able to predict the future and manipulate his body so that he won't get hit by people. The Mochi fruit, if used very wisely and strategically, is very overpowered and very good devil fruit, and that's why I'm gonna have to put it at number 9 spot. At number 8, we got the Gum fruit. This devil fruit is eaten by yours truly, and obviously I'm playing. It's Monkey D. Luffy, obviously. It allows the user to stretch, and at face value, that might seem pretty lame. Like in the beginning of the show, you're like, oh, I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's not that cool. Like the other enemies, like Dragon Ball, they got Super Saiyan, bro. Like, what does stretching your body have? Gear 4th, man. Gear freaking 4th. Enough said. Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd. This body, he's able to stretch and levitate, stretch his body and use his elasticity to stretch and hit people really hard. Imagine getting hit by a rubber band. That hurts, man. Getting hit by a rubber band. Now imagine a King Kong freaking gun in your face, dude. Yeah, you just thought about it, didn't you? That's crazy, man. The Gum fruit is very versatile. He's able to use elasticity to even fly, and he's able to stretch his body and create a giant arm using Gear 3rd by infusing his bones with air so that he can stretch it really far and very big. This devil fruit with combination of hockey is just crazy powerful, and I can't wait to see more of what Luffy has when he awakens his devil fruit, if he does, and if there's a Gear 5th or something like that. I'm very excited for what the future has in store for the Gum fruit, but I'm gonna have to put it at number 8 for now. Coming at number 7, we got the String fruit. This devil fruit was eaten by one of the greatest villains in One Piece, Don Quixote del Flamingo. It was given to him by Treble and Diamante when he was just a little kid, you know, just coming down from Marihua, innocent boy, and he just decided to eat the String fruit. It allows Del Flamingo to, obviously, because of the name, control strings. It might seem kind of lame, but no, it's not lame, man. He can control strings. He could literally manipulate people. He could create a bird cage that no one could freaking escape. Even Fujitora and Zoro couldn't break it. Actually, maybe Fujitora could have. He just didn't want to like try to because, you know, the warlord or whatever, blah blah blah. He felt guilty. He can also use abilities such as Overheat and God's Thread, and his Devil Fruit Awakening allows him to touch the ground and turn it into strings, which he uses in his battle against Luffy. And also, I forgot to mention this, but Doflamingo is able to fly. He's able to fly with his strings. He could use the strings to go into the air and just fly around and just... My God, I wish I could fly, man. I wish I could fly. Coming at number 6, we got the Float Fruit. Oh wait, this fruit can make you fly too. Okay, well that's awkward. This Devil Fruit was eaten by Shiki, Golden Lion Shiki, and it allows the user to levitate him or herself and non-living things into the air. And it doesn't really matter how heavy something is, which is the craziest part, because he's able to effortlessly levitate an island, bro. Not just one island, multiple freaking islands. And we're not talking about like a little small island. We're talking about massive islands where you could just freaking live there and dinosaurs could live there. And he can also levitate his ship, man. He can levitate his ship. This Devil Fruit has no limits, as from what we've seen. He can even levitate himself, and that gives him superior abilities in the air. It makes him able to fight people in the air, which is pretty overpowered if you think about it. And this fruit has not really been showcased that much, except in the movie, which is not canon. But Shiki was one of the legendary pirates from the old era, so I'm assuming this fruit is even more overpowered than what we see from the movie. But I'm gonna have to put it at number 6 because you can freaking levitate anything, and that's overpowered, guys. Coming in at number 5, we got the most underrated Devil Fruit in my opinion, the Paw Fruit. This was eaten by Bartolomeo Kuma, and it allows the user the ability to repel everything they touch. They are able to push virtually anything they touch into a paw-shaped bubble and send it back at lightning speed. This includes tangible and non-tangible things such as the air. And it's also basically the ultimate defense Devil Fruit, like Neji's Byakugan. And no, that's not the ultimate defense. This is the ultimate defense, as he can deflect or redirect any attack. And he's also able to teleport. It's not really teleporting, but he basically reflects himself so fast that he just disappears and just goes to a different location. And keep in mind, he's able to pick where he wants to go to, which is crazy. And another crazy ability that this Devil Fruit has is that he's able to reflect the damage out of Luffy after his battle against Moria and deal it onto someone else. And this was the result of the amazing scene of Zoro being like, "Oh, nothing happened, Sanji, nothing happened." Yeah, this Devil Fruit, my God. And for offensive abilities, he has the Ursus Shock, where he gathers air, he compresses air with his palms, and he compresses a giant paw bubble and releases it on his opponents, and it decompresses and it creates a huge nuclear freaking bomb that explodes a whole entire freaking island. Like, after the battle against Moria, man, the whole entire island just got shredded to pieces. Like, no one even stood a chance against this dude. And as you guys know, I wish we could see more of the Paw Fruit. And I'm not sure if Bartolomeo Kuma even has hockey or anything, but I really want to see him more. But I'm not sure if we're going to see that anymore because of what happened to him recently in the manga, which is pretty depressing and pretty sad because he was a pretty cool dude. I want to see him get into real battle, but for now, we're going to put him at number 5, which is a pretty great spot. Coming in at number 4, we got the Gravity Fruit, eaten by Admiral Fujitora. This allows the user to create and manipulate gravitational forces. Yeah, you heard that right. He can control gravity, man. He could literally effortlessly bring down meteors. Like, he's casually bringing down meteors against Law and Doflamingo. He brought down meteors against Sabo. In the latest One Piece movie against Douglas Bullet, he brought down a meteor, which Zoro sliced down and Mihawk just sliced down effortlessly. But I mean, yo, he could bring down meteors and control gravity. There's enough said, dude. He could literally use gravity to make himself probably fly if he wanted to. I mean, we've seen him manipulate the ground, made him levitate in the air. And he also controlled all the rubble after the Doflamingo arc. And he could literally just drop it at any time he wants, but he didn't to save Shaw Hat. Like, this guy, he's something else. Coming in at number 3, we got the Soul Fruit, and this was eaten by Charlotte Linlin Big Mom. It allows the user to freely interact with and manipulate souls. Yeah, she could manipulate souls, which is pretty overpowered. It basically allows her to draw out fragments of a human soul, which the user can extract by grabbing it out of someone's body, and this steals the person's lifespan. And she can infuse objects and living animals with these soul fragments and humanize them. And she refers to these humanized objects as homies. And don't get, I know the name is homies, and that sounds not too threatening, but have you seen Zeus? Have you seen Prometheus? Like, she literally, these beings are so strong that they're like probably like, I don't know how strong they are, but they like took down Brooke. Like, and Brooke is a pretty strong dude, and they weren't even really trying. They're like messing around, and they took down Brooke. I'm sure, I'm not too sure if they're like commander level or anything, but yo, these clouds, the lightning cloud and that fire and that hat with the sword, yo, the soul fruit, it hits different, man. This fruit is pretty overpowered. Coming in number 2, we got the Opi Fruit, and this was eaten by Trafalgar D. Walter Law. And yeah, the name is called the Opi Fruit. It's literally OP. He can create a room in which the user has complete control over the placement and orientation of the objects inside. He can switch people's souls. He can attach separated parts in any matters. He could like clearly cut through flesh and bones without actually hurting the victims. And they can also use this fruit for medical purposes. Some of his strongest abilities are Radio Knife, where he creates a sword of electricity, and Counter Shock, and he can also switch people's bodies by using shambles. And he can use something called Scan, which is basically like an X-ray. And he first used it against the G5 members in the Marine when he stole all their Den Moonshies. And his strongest ability, the Gamma Knife, he can create a short blade of energy before stabbing his opponent with it, and it destroys the victim's internal organs. And he uses it against Doflamingo. Doflamingo should have been dead by that, but obviously Doflamingo uses his strings to like heal his body. Doesn't even make sense, but it's One Piece. We don't talk about that. And with the most overpowered ability of the Opi Fruit is that it has a unique power to grant someone eternal youth in exchange for the current user's life. And this Devil Fruit is just so overpowered that the Marines were willing to pay 5 billion berries to get their hands on that Devil Fruit. But as you guys know, Corazon stole it and he gave it to Law. And my God, that was a sad scene, man. And anyway, I'm putting on number 2 the Opi Fruit. It's in the name. It's OP, man. Enough said about this Devil Fruit. Coming at number 1, we have the jacket. No, I'm playing, guys. I don't even know why I joke about that. That's the Quake Fruit. It was first eaten by Edward Newgate, Whitebeard, Shirohige. It's the most overpowered Devil Fruit, guys. Come on. Like, it's known as the strongest Devil Fruit in the world. It allows the user to create vibrations and destroy the world. Like, it can destroy the world. He can create massive vibrations or shockwaves that can travel to the ground, the sea, and even the air. And when he hits the air with his fist, it looks like he's shattering reality, in my opinion. And just, the whole entire Marines were so scared of Whitebeard. And I mean, it makes sense, dude. This dude literally creating tsunamis effortlessly. Like, there's nothing more overpowered than this Devil Fruit, dude. Like, imagine getting an earthquake into your face. Like, an earthquake is already scary enough. I live in California, and this earthquakes, and you get scared from a little tremor. But imagine an earthquake just directed into your face, guys. Like, that is some next level scariness, and I don't want to deal with that, man. If I'm on the opposite end of the Quake Fruit, I'll be like all the Marines. I'll be running. If it wasn't for Aokiji stopping that tsunami in that one scene, everyone would already be dead. All the Devil Fruits, they just swim in the water. They can't swim. They're dead. Like, the Quake Fruit is just something else. And obviously, as you guys know, after the Marineford arc, Whitebeard dies. You know, he died his epic death. I mean, at least he died standing. Was the greatest death of all time. And Blackbeard just stole his fruit. Blackbeard has the Quake Fruit now, and I'm sure he's freaking overpowered too now. I mean, we haven't really seen him post time skip, and we know he's a 2 billion berry bounty. But whatever. What's this Devil Fruit? Whitebeard was literally clashing with Goldie, Roger, and Garp, so you already know that this dude is on another level. This concludes my list for the top 10 best Paramecia fruits ranked 2020. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. The support means a lot. If you guys enjoy One Piece, also subscribe, because this channel will be focused mainly on One Piece content. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Peace out.